Before there was the Fairhope Municipal Pier, people came to Fairhope on bay boats. As the pier was built, the roads followed. Mobile Street and Fairhope Avenue, circa 1928. Fairhope Avenue going up the hill from the pier to downtown. Going east towards Silver Hill. Today people come to Fairhope by road and now drive to the pier. Going to the pier today. Before there were city utilities, early citizens got their utilities from the Single Tax Corporation. Downtown today. Fairhope High School in 1925, today's kindergarten center. Fairhope High School today. Before there was a city named Fairhope, even before Fairhope was a small town, Fairhope was an idea. Fairhope was a dream. Fairhope was a vision. A vision of 28 people who would start a town. Out of the eroded bluffs, from scratch, and form a corporation that with a fair hope of success would hold their legacy in trust for future generations. So that even today we can live out their dreams, their labors, and their legacy. Fairhope, the world's oldest and largest single tax colony. This is the legacy of the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation. The Fairhope Single Tax Corporation is based on the principles of economist Henry George. George believed that the value of the land should be the only thing taxed. Any other improvements made by people working the land to make it more valuable should not be taxed. This is the reason for the name single tax. The Fairhope Single Tax started the first schools in Fairhope and helped Marietta Johnson found the world-renowned School of Organic Education. Today, Fairhope has one of the highest educational rates in the United States. People who lease Fairhope Single Tax land hold a lease to the land for 99 years. Out of the rent they pay, the Single Tax Corporation pays the taxes. Whatever is left goes back into the community. Believing that the community creates value in the land and that this value should be returned to the community, the Single Tax Corporation returns this value to the people of Fairhope. This is our legacy. Even today, the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation fulfills its original mission to make Fairhope a better place to live. The Fairhope Single Tax Corporation was the governing body of Fairhope before there was a city of Fairhope. The Fairhope Single Tax Corporation established the utilities. then gave the utilities to the city of Fairhope. The Single Tax Corporation owned over half a mile of bayfront property. It then gave the property to the city as a public trust for future generations forever to enjoy. These bayfront parklands were given to the people of Fairhope. The Fairhope Single Tax Corporation owns a block of downtown property and leases the property to the city for $1 single per year for educational purposes. Today, this property is the campus of Faulkner State Community College. Even as you watch this, the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation is continuing to live out the legacy, the mission, and the vision of its founders. Here are a few recent examples. Ongoing contributions to Thomas Hospital. Thomas Hospital's recent expansion has doubled its size and has given the people of Fairhope a trauma and cardiovascular center. The Single Tax Corporation gave 43 acres of land to the people for a nature park, to be held forever in trust for every Fairhopian. This 43 acres is reserved for walking trails, nature study, or families to enjoy. Boy Scout Troop 47 has its own lodge and campground due to the contribution of land from the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation. The Fairhope Public Library is a world-class library. The Single Tax Corporation was the largest contributor to its building. The Fairhope Gully systems are a natural drainage system that run through the heart of Fairhope. The Fairhope Single Tax deeded them over to the city with the promise that they remain part of the parklands. Fairhope Colony Cemetery. The land on which Fairhope's first City Hall was built was given by the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation. Today it stands restored as the Fairhope Museum of History, a testament to the legacy of the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation. When Fairhope High School needed athletic equipment, the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation funding made it a reality. Founders Park. This gift of 25 acres will ensure that Fairhope's newer residents will have the amenities to enjoy as Fairhope grows to the east. Included in Founders Park are the softball and soccer fields. Colony Place is a neighborhood of 100 homes that was developed by the Single Tax Corporation. Knoll Park is an entire block of downtown woodlands by Mobile Bay, donated to the people of Fairhope by the Single Tax Corporation. It is no wonder that Fairhope is one of the best places to live in the United States. These are just some of the many things that the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation does every day to live out the legacy of its founders. Our founders gave so that we could give back. Fairhope, the world's oldest and largest single tax colony. Welcome to your hometown.